Oh, look, I think we're actually on time today.
We are on time. That's
We
awesome.
are on time. Yay, yes.
Yay.
All right, so welcome to Two Chicks Tell All. It's your girl Tay Tay here.
And Cece.
And we don't need a disclaimer. I don't
No,
think
not really.
Yeah, I don't think a
I
disclaimer.
mean, we're going to be throwing out names and stuff, but it's like just
Yeah,
recommend,
we ain't naming people. We're good.
Right, yeah.
So, yeah, it's starting to be summer. It's been
Summertime.
Yeah.
Summertime. Finally getting some nice weather, like
Summer
good
breeze.
beach days, and makes me feel fine. Yeah, been loving it. And we've had a lot of rain here though this week. It's been a little crappy.
Well,
with
we
the
are
rain.
in hurricane season
But,
in the south.
yeah,
so that would explain it.
Yeah, but luckily last weekend was like 2 awesome days. Saturday and Sunday it was like beach day prime. Like no cloud in the sky. It was just like amazing. So, and I had some friend of mine down, so we got to get some good beach time in. So yeah. And that's kind of what our topic actually is tonight, is like summer, just not really tips, I guess, but yeah, I guess some tips and stuff, and
some
then
different
ideas and stuff. And Tay-Tay's got some good drink cocktails to throw out there for you, and I've got some kind of beachy must-have type things, and top sunscreens because we need to be protecting our skin. And Tay-Tay's got some good ideas about some getaway. So yeah, we're gonna cover a little bit of summer fun tonight.
Yes,
Summer fun.
It's all about summer.
That's right.
So, I did like 10 alcoholic beverages, and then I did like 10 non-alcoholic, because I know that there are some viewers out there that don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, get to have a choice.
So I wanted to make sure that y'all had some ideas for some good summer drinks. So Mai Tai was one of the first ones on the list, what is in a Mai Tai? I don't know if I exactly remember. Do you remember what's in a Mai Tai?
Mai Tai,
I should have screenshotted what it was.
Yeah.
But
is it gin in there or something? Or is this a non-alcoholic one?
This is an alcoholic one.
Okay. I think it might have been that.
Okay.
Maybe.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure most people know what a Mai Tai is. So we have frozen blue Moscato margaritas. So that's a good old margarita made with some blue Curacao and Moscato. So for those that like wine, that would be a good one for you.
Yeah.
I like margaritas, so that might be a good one for me. Okay, here's another one. Salted and spiced watermelon margaritas.
Oh, yummy. That sounds really good.
So I did manage to screenshot what that had in it. So it's a clever recipe that combines everything magical about margaritas. It has tequila, lime juice, triple sec, and a salt rim, with a kick of heat from fresh jalapenos and refreshing sweetness from watermelon juice.
Huh.
So that sounds like it might be good, but that almost sounds like a fall drink kind of too. So that's why I'm kind of confused on that one, but I bet you could make that one summery. Probably. Yeah. The layered ombre lemonade drop. So these take the idea behind classic faves like frozen margaritas and strawberry daiquiris to the next level with colorful, bright layers. They're quick, simple, and best of all, you only need 5 ingredients. And you can add fresh fruit garnishes if you would like to. Which that one looks like it would be pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the picture of that.
Oh, nice. It does look good.
Yeah, it has like different layers of color. It's kind of pretty. So yeah, I think that one would be good. Blueberry gin and tonic, which I was never a fan of gin and tonic. My brother drinks gin and tonic, but I just not a fan. But
that's the only, if I go out and drink a mixed drink, that's what I will drink, is gin and tonic with like a lime or something.
Yeah. So this drink has blueberry simple syrup, classic gin, and yeah, it's classic gin and blueberry simple syrup, it looks like. So, but what is, oh yeah, tonic would be the mixer.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure that out. So yeah. So it's tonic, blueberry simple syrup, and gin. Okay, that might be interesting.
That sounds good, yeah.
That might be interesting. All right, for now, for you that are self-conscious about your diet and stuff, skinny margaritas.
Yeah. I heard because there's a line, right, of that stuff that you can buy in the
Yeah,
bottle.
they
that's
have
the
like skinny, I
mint
think.
stuff or
Yeah, they
something
have like the
that.
mixers. I think they have like a skinny vodka too,
Yeah.
if I remember right. So margaritas are pretty slimmed down, pretty much for the most part. But basically what you'll do with that one is you're going to remove some of the sugar and replace it with natural ingredients. So that might be kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Red sangria.
No, I like me some sangria.
Oh yeah,
now.
sangria is some good stuff.
Yeah.
With like the fruit in it.
Now I went to a restaurant and they had some of the best, and I did ask the guy. I said, "Look, do you mind telling me like what you put in it?" And they used a and this was white. They used a the Save Blanc or whatever. It's the sweeter of the whites. Use that as the wine, and I forgot what brand it was, but kind of like a common brand. Wood Lake or something.
Yeah. Woodbridge.
And then they put the fruit in there, obviously, but they put peach puree and non-alcoholic, because I looked it up. They make it alcoholic and non-alcoholic, but he said it was a non-alcoholic. And then a little bit of like Sprite to kind of top it off, and a little bit of sweet and sour. So, or is it triple set? No, it's the sweet and sour. I think
sweet and
it's
sour.
the clear stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, and then kind of let it sit overnight. And sure enough, it was pretty close to what I had there. Like I have to say, kind of was pretty dang close.
All right, so pina colada, which I feel like that's that's like a classic one.
Those are good, but I tell you, I can't drink. Those are the type of drinks I can't drink no more than like one of it. I'm like done. Like they're so sweet.
Yeah, I can't do the sweet drinks because I get like a massive headache in the morning. So sweet drinks are not for me. I've just been sticking with Jack and Coke pretty much if I drink, or maybe like a spiked seltzer or whatever those are called, like the hard seltzers, like the White Claws or Truly. I think those are good too. Key lime mojitos.
What?
All right, so do you got an abundance of key limes after making a classic key lime pie?
Well,
use them to make this refreshing twist on a mojito. The tart key lime juice paired with cream and a classic graham cracker crust inspired rim tastes just like the fruit pie you love.
Oh wow, I bet that is yummy.
That kind of sounds good. That'd be good as a shot too, I feel like.
Hopefully I don't think that would be another one I could drink for like one of those.
I know, I'd probably be tanked after one of those.
Right.
Oh, Chris stopped in. He said, "Hey."
Hello.
What is Zach? No, Jack. Like Jack Daniels is like my drink of choice. He said, "What is Zach?" I think he might have just misunderstood me. But yeah, Jack Daniels is Tay-Tay's drink of choice. We got the Dirty Shirley.
Whoa, Dirty Shirley.
Bright and colorful, sweet with a hint of booze. The Dirty Shirley Temple is quickly gaining popularity with cocktail drinkers. And who can blame them? It's a boozy version of that nostalgic beverage so many of us grew up with. And let's be honest, what too sweet mocktail can't be improved with a shot of vodka?
Right.
Listen, I can do that.
Yeah.
That sounds real good. A Shirley Temple with a shot of vodka, I'm there.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess I'll go over just like 10 like non-alcoholic drinks for those, that either aren't old enough to drink, which I don't think we have a lot of those viewers,
right, yeah.
But still, we got to like not be biased here. So,
well, and then it's cool because you probably could put any kind of liquor in these and make it alcoholic.
Yes. And, I do know that there are people out there that just don't drink. So these are some ideas for those people that don't drink or, anything like that. A virgin cranberry basil sangria. So a sangria without the wine? Yes, please. The fruit is the real star here. Use whatever's in season and get creative with the combination. Think cranberries, orange slices, and rosemary for the holidays, and mixed berries and mint for the summer.
Oh, nice.
Listen, if you get some fresh mint, that would be good.
Oh, I have mint growing out back.
Yeah.
And I really don't drink a lot of liquor drinks, but I do. If I drink a liquor drink, it's going to be blueberry vodka with like some pineapple juice and then some Sprite, a shot of Sprite and some mint. That's a good drink.
That's some good stuff. This one, I don't even know how the flip you pronounce this one. Wassail?
Wassail or something with
wassail. So it's a warm, spiced punch that's traditionally served when celebrating the ancient English Yuletide tradition of the same name. The combination of warm spices like cinnamon, star anise, and cardamom infuse a heady, pleasing essence into each steaming mug. So that might be good.
Yeah, on a cold night.
Yeah, but it doesn't get cold in the summer, so that's why I don't know why this one's on the list.
Right?
I guess you could make it cold though, and then it'd be summery.
Yeah, ice it down.
Okay, I've heard a lot about this one, but I've never tried it. A horchata.
Oh yeah, I think I have.
So it's a popular and refreshing drink that takes on different forms across many cultures. But it always starts with a soaked nut, seed or grain. This classic Mexican version, horchata de arroz, I'm going to take my best guess at that.
Right, yeah.
Is made by soaking rice and almonds with cinnamon and blending everything together with milk and sweetener. I feel like you could make a coffee recipe out of that too. Like throw some coffee in there, and then that might be a coffee talk with Taylor kind of deal right there. A blackberry virgin mojito. So there you go.
That sounds yummy.
If you're wanting a mojito but you're not really feeling like drinking some alcohol, this one's for you.
Yeah.
This non-alcoholic mojito is still every bit as refreshing with an easy mint, simple syrup, and fresh blackberries. It makes extra syrup, so you can use it in cold brew or lemonade also. I don't know, that blackberry might be good in lemonade. Vegan eggnog. I don't know about this.
I don't know that.
You either love eggnog or loathe it. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
There is no in between. This version of the classic holiday cocktail has a similar flavor and texture of the original, but is dairy-free and vegan-friendly. This richness, thickness, and luscious creamy texture that usually comes from eggs and heavy cream is achieved with both cashews and full-fat coconut milk in this recipe. Yeah, I don't know. But listen, it's an idea for those that are into that.
Right.
This eggnog is also naturally sweetened with medjool dates and maple syrup, bringing an original taste to each frosty glass. So yeah, these are sounding pretty good. Most of them. I don't know about that eggnog one.
Right.
Triple berry sparklers, which that's really pretty.
Nice.
It's like, so just picture this, I guess, since you guys can't see it, but it's like a clear drink and like it has some raspberries and blueberries in it. So like the colors make it look like really pretty. So the secret to the super patriotic refresher, the berry ice cubes.
Oh, I bet they put the berries in the
that's
ice
what
cubes and freeze them.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Pretty.
For this drink, we froze blueberries, raspberries, and strawberries in coconut water. But use this technique to improve everything from lemonade to cold brew. Which I've heard of people doing like ice cubes.
I'm going to do some of those.
That sounds good. Wonder if you could do like, this is me, of course.
I got blueberries.
Wonder if you could do some like blueberries and vodka and like freeze it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And then like make a little drinky drink out of that.
I soaked some big fat blackberries.
Yeah.
That I got. Remember the ones I would get these? We have a really good local produce stand.
Yeah.
And when they start coming into season, they have these honkers of these blackberries, and they are delicious. And I would soak some of them in vodka and freeze them. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do some of that now.
That sounds good.
Heck yeah.
Okay, here we go. This is
my ideas now.
This is right up my alley. Oh, hi Annie J. Annie J's in the house too.
Hey Annie J.
Oh yeah, that is a fun drink, Chris. I agree. So this one's right up my alley for anybody that knows me. A copycat Starbucks caramel frappuccino.
Oh wow.
Which I've tried to duplicate that, but I feel like I can't ever get like the consistency right. So I got to just keep trying to perfect that. So Starbucks Frappuccinos have been around since the mid-90s, though it wasn't until 1999 that the caramel Frappuccino hit the scene. Prior to then, the drinks were just blended coffee and milk. So the addition of caramel and whipped cream was a huge deal, and it shows in this recipe. So number 8 is apple cider slushies. Apple cider slushies are the perfect thing to keep in your freezer for an icy cold anytime treat. We borrow the technique of scraping it with a fork to create the slushy consistency from granitas. The trick is to make sure you don't let the mixture freeze completely before scraping it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, we got
So
the
you semi-freeze the
yeah,
things, I guess?
which I think I found this on Good Housekeeping, and they give like the official recipe for like each one. So you could do it like step by step if it sounded like something that might interest you. Shirley Temple. So we had talked about like the dirty Shirley.
Right.
Well, we have like the clean Shirley now.
Yeah, exactly. Clean her up.
Transport back to your childhood with this refreshing classic made of maraschino cherries and lemon lime soda. Okay, Chris said something. Oh yeah, Chris says, does it have a vinegar taste? Which one?
Oh, probably that one with the
Yeah. Chris, clarify which one you're talking about, and then we'll discuss. All right, so number 10 is right up my alley as well. A Starbucks Copycat S'mores Frappuccino. This loaded frappe is part caffeinated beverage, part extravagant dessert. Our one main departure from the original is the addition of graham crackers to the drink. We love the flavor and texture they provide, plus it really drives the s'mores flavor home.
Ooh, that one kind of sounds good.
Which I'm going on a diet, guys, and I mean it for real this time, because I just have gotten some like different news from like the doctors lately. I don't know if I'm really going to go into detail about it, but I just really need to make some changes. So I think, I'm probably going to stay away from like these extravagant like coffee drinks, because I know that some of those extravagant coffee drinks have like 1,000 calories.
Right,
in them.
yeah.
And they might taste good sometimes, but they taste good all the time actually.
Yeah.
But they're not really ideally healthy for you. Which I actually did pretty good today.
How many you don't drink? If you have one though, what, you just have one a day though, right?
Yeah, like I have like one coffee.
You can just cut it down a little bit.
Yeah,
in the beginning. Still, you know what I mean? Like drink half of that.
Like I might have like 1 or 2 cups of coffee a day, and that's it. Like I don't go overboard or anything. And actually today, I had some oat milk in the refrigerator, so I did some oat milk in my coffee, and then I did some skinny syrup in it, and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Which I got to get away from the fake sugars too. Which,
oh yeah, those were not good.
Yeah, I got to start working on that. But I'm just gonna try to cut out like a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
And we'll see what happens.
I mean, it's even better to use all natural sugar than the fake, and just try to not use as much. But I only drink 1 cup of coffee, and there's sometimes I don't even finish that 1 cup, and I put 2 spoons of sugar in there, and then I buy like that flavored creamer, and I just end up having like 1 cup. I'm not like huge on it.
I love me some coffee. I can't help it. So Chris said the apple one. I don't know if it has a vinegar taste because I've never tried that one. It was just an idea that I was giving. I don't think it has a vinegar taste though. It didn't sound like it had vinegar in it. Annie J, I'm not sure why you didn't get a notification, but I know that I did put up some like community posts and stuff, which I know YouTube can do some weird things sometimes.
Right.
Like I don't get notifications for like some people that I enjoy watching their stuff. Like Scott Gold, that's a YouTube friend of mine, the Scott Gold Experience. I never get his notifications for some reason, even though I'm subscribed to his channel. So I got to look into that because I know that I'm probably missing out on like hanging out with a lot of my friends, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that I don't know, when you guys are going live or anything like that. Now, Annie J, I always know whenever she's going live because she'll either text me and let me know.
Yeah.
Or like she usually goes live like a specific night of the week. So I know, when to tune in.
Yeah.
But like, you know, unfortunately, I do feel like YouTube does do some weird things where it's like you just don't get notifications sometimes, even though you're subscribed to certain people. So I'm not sure why that happens. But yeah, while I'm on the subject though, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Might as well throw that out there while we're talking about that.
Heck yeah.
So Chris says he likes sugar on raw, which I think that's like the stevia. I think that's what
Right,
that is.
yeah, yeah.
Which I heard that's supposed to be like one of the okay sugars. Like besides like real sugar, that's supposed to be like the other one that's like okay.
Yeah.
But I know Splenda is no good from what I've heard.
Sweet Larry,
Yeah.
none of that stuff.
Yeah, like none of that's good from what I hear. So
Yeah.
just one thing at a time.
And I will give a drink. This is one that you can make, and this does have alcohol, in a good bit. But this is actually a really good one to make, like if you were having a party, because you can kind of make it as big as you want. You just kind of add more stuff to it, you know. But I put it in one of those big pitchers that has like the spout and stuff on it. The only thing is once you get down to the fruit, it kind of has a hard time draining. But anyway, you work with it and just put it in a smaller container at that point. But
right,
you take and I'll say a cup, but this is if you were just making, I guess, a smaller recipe. But I always, like I said, pretty much double some of this. But you use pineapple juice, you use orange juice, and then you take a 2-liter Sprite and a bottle of Prosecco, and you put rum in there.
Oh, that was some good stuff. Did you make that?
Yeah, I made it for Halloween. It was called my witch's brew because I dyed it green. And then you cut up, like, I put orange slices in there, and you could drop like raspberries in there or blueberry, anything that's, you know, fruit wise, strawberries there if you wanted to.
Sounds really good.
But drop some of the fruit in it, and then take mint, you know, the mint leaves, and put that in there. And it's best to let it sit overnight. But that is like a really good, refreshing summer drink. And you can make it and not put alcohol in it too.
Is that the one that we drank on Halloween?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought so.
That was good. And like I said, when I make it, I always like make a good bit. I usually like, if it says like a cup, I usually might put 2 or 3. But then, you know, I'll say bump up more of the alcohol. I don't put any more in like a bottle of the Prosecco and a 2-liter Sprite in there, but I will kind of put some more of the alcohol in there. But yeah, that's a really good drink.
Jello shots are also like a fun summer thing too.
Really good.
I can get messed up on some Jello shots though, so I need to be like super careful with that. But like Jello shots are another good thing because I feel like they're so versatile. Like you could do like a lot of different flavors with like a lot of different types of alcohol.
Oh yeah.
So like if you like vodka, you could pretty much do
anything
like grape, strawberry, raspberry,
right?
You know, lime.
But you're right. I didn't think about maybe mixing, like using a flavored vodka and mixing it with, like, it would have to be one that would go good together, but something like a strawberry and a like banana, like some banana vodka with some strawberry jello. Ooh, we might have to try that.
You know, I did that one time. Really? And it was good.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Like strawberry banana flavored shots. They were good.
Yeah, nice.
I think I had like banana rum, I want to say.
Right.
And like strawberry jello. And like it was good.
Oh, I didn't think about mixing it. Now I'm excited about trying some
I hate to say
stuff.
it, but I think that was the Friendsgiving that I got really messed up at.
Yeah. Right. Oh, I can see that, man. Those things will put you on your butt if you make them strong enough. Yeah, but I'm excited about that and making some of the fruit cubes too. I think I'm going to do that too with some of the vodka.
Yes.
Like
that does
and
sound
then because I got that mint out back, I got a good bit of mint going back there. And anything's good with Sprite too. Like Sprite just has a good, you know, to have a little bit of fizz to your drink too.
Right. Yeah, Annie J, we do try to, I try to put up community posts like the day of whenever whenever it's the day that we're going to go live. I try to, you know.
We have been being on the reg though about doing it on Fridays now.
I think Friday might be our day.
Right, yeah.
Unless something drastic comes up.
I think pretty much maybe besides that one, maybe, but I think we've had them on the Fridays for sure the past couple of weeks and all.
Yeah, it might be, you know.
That's kind of the wind down week, and Tay and I are about to like, yep. let's do a cast.
Right.
All right, so
I'm trying to get caught up on the chat real quick.
okay.
So Michael came in. Hi, Michael S. I'm glad to see you. Yeah, he was the only new person that came in. Everybody's just saying hi to him. And Michael says that he prefers vodka straight with 2 ice cubes. I can't drink vodka straight.
There's not many liquors at all.
Talk about me being sick. Yeah, that's an idea on how to get me sick.
But you know, I have tried some of those, and they make these little. This is a good thing to do too. If you're not sure you would want to buy these, is you can go like, well, our state sells them. I don't know, some states might, but they still sell like the small little minis, you know.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of really good like kind of whiskeys and bourbons out there that are like flavored, like pecan and like. As a matter of fact,
peanut butter one is real good.
When I make a cider in the wintertime, I get like this salted caramel bourbon to put in the cider.
Oh, that's good stuff.
And but that stuff is probably good chilled. Like I might could sip on something like that, you know.
Yeah, and everybody's just talking about what they like to drink. Annie J, are you drinking some mango juice with that vodka? If anybody watched her live the other night, she's now obsessed with mango juice for some reason.
Oh yeah, that's some good stuff.
But yeah, and then Chris says, Cece, do you like to garden?
No, I actually don't. I mean, I don't have a very big yard. And so I've just got some like flowers and some pots on my back little deck, but not really, which is kind of funny because my dad's like the garden. He loves it. Like they have a community garden at their church and he helped plants it every year and tends to it and stuff like that. And he's got a green thumb. Like his yard's beautiful, lush grass, you know, no weeds. Or like you walk out on it barefoot and it's literally like walking on this thick carpet. That's how nice his grass
is. It's mango lemonade that Annie J drinks. I knew it was mango something. Mango lemonade. Yeah, that's what it was.
But yeah, he has a beautiful yard, but I never really, I mean, it's like, and I sold my house. The house I sold had a really big yard, like, and it was a lot to keep up, kind of. So I pay somebody now to come and cut my grass like every 2 weeks, you know. And it's a small enough yard; it doesn't cost that much. So that's
right.
All right. So
what kind of ideas you got, my dear?
Well, this is just so you know, if you're going to the beach, and we kind of live at the beach, so but if you're going to the beach, this is just kind of your little top, maybe 8 to 10 items that are like your beach must-have when you go out on the beach, because obviously. There are certain things you want to make sure you put in your bag. So
that's right.
Just go through this little list here. So one of the most important things, obviously, we all should be doing is putting on the sunscreen.
I need to get better about that.
Put on the sunscreen. Like I'm really good about that now. Like I always I put a 30 on areas that I don't want to really get burned, like my chest area and stuff like that. But on my legs and all. I'll put a 30 on until I get a kind of decent base tan, and then I will kick it down to a 15. But I will always have something on, and I'll always keep 30 on my face. So, I had a friend of mine in town a couple weekends ago, and her dumb ass, and I'm going to say it exactly like that because it was dumb. She got out there, and she had not put on any sunscreen.
Oh, see,
to the point where I was looking like she was kind of getting a little red and stuff like that. And I finally said, you know, do you have on sunscreen? And she's like, no, I didn't put any on. And I'm like, girl. And so we were going to stay out there like about another hour. And then it was so funny because it was like 10 minutes later after staying there, I looked at her and I felt like her skin was just literally like as red as a fire truck. And I was like, we need to go. We need to just go. So we got back to my house and she was like cooked. Like she was so burned. And luckily I had some in the fridge of that like aloe with the iodine stuff in it and sopped her ass up with that and sent her home with it. And she didn't really peel that bad or anything. She said the next morning she got up and she was completely fine. But she kept lathering up on that stuff. But y'all, she was like so burnt. And I'm like, girl. So she comes back in town again this past weekend. She got on the beach and I was like, she goes, all right now, Mama CC. And I was like, you put that damn sunscreen on. So she did do well because we were out there 2 days in a row too.
So Annie J is a retired nurse, and here's her little input on it. She learned in college that you don't need more than 15, but she forgets why.
Yeah, well, I think I've heard too in the sense of that, but I think I've heard like maybe like more of like a 30 or a 50 once it kind of reaches past that point, you know. And especially if you're lathering up and you kind of apply it a couple times, even though the stuff you get says it's waterproof. If you're out there in the water, it is best to reapply that stuff every couple of
Right.
If you're out there all day too, because
And Chris says, I like to suntan in my garden naked as a J.
oh, there you go.
Hey, you do you, boo. That's all
That's
I gotta
right.
say.
Yeah.
And Michael S. said, I underestimated the Florida sun one time. Never again. I still have the scars on my shoulders from the blisters.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Like people, if I've heard of people that've gotten so burnt, they've gotten sick and had to, like going to the hospital and stuff. So it's
Yeah.
bad. So you always want
I
to wear
need
your
to start
sunscreen.
doing that.
Number one. All right. So number two, you want to have your hat, make sure you kind of protect your face a little. It gives you kind of a little shield most of the time. And it kind of helps protect your scalp and your head too. Because I know I've gotten my head and scalp cooked before and red. And that's
never
no
happened
fun.
to me.
Because when you go to like have to brush your hair after you do that, it's kind of painful. So your hat, and then of course you will need your towels. I actually have like this one thing that's like a blanket thing, and they sell these on Amazon, but it's like these sand resistant blankets that you can kind of lay out, and it's bigger than a towel. So if you had somebody that was wanting to sit on the ground or whatever, you can help to put that down and put your towel over that. Most people prefer to say to take a beach read, take your book to read, but I'm not a reader on the beach. Like I like to be zoned out, right, and listen to the tunes. So I always have my speaker, and I do have a book in my beach bag, and I have yet to pull it out. So I can, it's like I haven't. It's on the list. That's
Plus,
in the back.
I usually go with people anyway, so it's like I feel like I'm usually talking.
And then
to
exactly.
I'm with.
If you're going with a group of people on conversation and stuff, like, and it's funny because it's like if there's people that are loud and annoying around us, then I like to turn the music up so it tries to quiet them down. You know what I mean? Because it's like okay, because I'm not a loud talker, but I mean, there's been times I've been on the beach and people have been like 20, 25 feet away, and you can just hear these conversations and stuff. And it's like, come on, like, everybody on the beach does not want to be hearing your conversation. No. I always say beach etiquette. Everybody needs to have beach etiquette.
Right.
Like I was out there one time and these people set their shit up literally. Well, they had been kind of a little, not too terribly far from me, but then they started having more people come and add on to what was already there. And I felt like before too long, I was like 6-8 feet this dude was from me, and they had kids and everything and dogs, and I said, you got to be kidding me. And it was funny because I moved my stuff, picked my wagon up, wheeled it down a little bit further, set up in a new area, and these other dudes had been up there and they saw the whole thing. And so they kind of came up, they were walking down on the beach, and then they came and stopped by, and they were like, man, that was kind of crappy what they did. And I said, right, they were just like cramping up on me, like moving in on my territory. They were like kind of laughing. They were like, yeah, we saw you get up and move.
Yeah, that last time we were at the beach, I kept being afraid that guy behind me was staring at my ass.
Well, that was what was bad. So when we were out there this one time a couple weeks ago, this was funny. Like the tide was kind of, and it was kind of funny because then after when we had set up and then it kept coming in and in, and that's why I did look back and notice, well, no wonder why all those people set their crap up way back, because that tide kept pushing. Like I've never moved my chairs back so much my entire life. So by the time we literally get like back up, we're almost in this dude's lap. Like he was literally like, take a reach out and touch him. That's all.
Listen, I think he was liking it a little too much.
Oh,
too.
he was, and then
because so my bathing suit bottoms, they were like what are they, like the high rise or whatever?
Right, yeah.
And like I don't, you know how men are.
She was on the end too, so she was like the closest to him as opposed to where kind of we were.
I think he kept wanting me to back up. I think.
Well, that's the funny thing is because then we were talking, like when we were getting our stuff up to leave and everything, and we had our radio music out there and everything, and I said, "Oh, was it too loud?" And he goes, "No, actually, I couldn't really hear it." Well, he said, "Actually, I think he wanted to hear it." And he's like, all right, that's what he said too. I said, "Oh, we're heading out now. Hope we didn't bother you." And he said, "No, I just said I couldn't hear your music." Because I have played a variety of stuff, as I've said before.
Oh yeah, she has a beach playlist.
Right, yeah. So, but he was pretty freaking hilarious. But we were
he was pretty well pleased with himself.
Right, and we were about on top of this guy. So anyway, all right. So next on the list is an umbrella. Now, I'm not always good about taking it on the beach.
You got that out of my car,
but yeah,
right?
oh, I
Okay.
did, yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay,
I
good.
have it in my car, so if I need it, because if I go out there, like most of the time, I'm not going to be out there no more than like 4 or 5 hours. Now, if I do, but I have it with me because there's a certain point when you get out there, or I can be out there, especially when it's extremely hot. And that's another thing too. I think the more we're getting into the summer, and it's going to be worse, it'll be nice to take it out there to be able to have some shade when there's no clouds or
Yes.
anything. Because we've been out there before and it's been so freaking hot. And yeah, so. But this is another thing I would recommend, because unfortunately we had a really bad accident here last year where this lady got killed on the beach because an umbrella had gotten pulled up and the post like literally propelled through her and she died from it. And so I was out there at the park area I go to a couple months after that happened, and these people had this really nice umbrella set up, and they actually had it like tied down, like these tie downs
That's a
on
good
either
idea.
side, staked into the ground. And I asked him, where he got it from, and of course Amazon. So I went online and ordered one of those because I was like, that's the last thing I want to happen if something like
There
that.
is so much chat going on that I feel like I need to respond to it.
Okay, hon, you can jump in.
So Chris says, I like, or where did he say? I'm so far north that he doesn't sunburn where he's at. Michael said, I like to have a drink and a speaker on the beach. If I read on the beach, I will be falling asleep.
Yeah,
That
I just can't focus like that, I guess.
Annie J is being a character tonight. She said, bring your mangoes.
Nice.
And Chris said it was only 60 degrees today. Michael said that my milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, apparently.
Nice.
Michael, you're a trip.
Nice.
You're a trip. Oh yeah. Annie J said that her favorite activity and drink for the beach is sex on the beach.
Oh, that's fitting.
Yeah, I know, right? So I don't know if any of y'all follow like my other channel. I know most of y'all do. But we had a spaghetti cook-off the other night. It was like me, Annie J, and I think like a couple of other people.
Oh, nice.
And we were all cooking on live stream. Well, I forget how we got started on the subject, but Annie J started talking about sex on the beach. And I was like, oh, I said Sandy vagina. And then pretty soon, like, we're all cutting up and laughing about it.
Oh my God.
And then Michael chimes in and he's like, yo, he said, this is going to be an ad for Vagisil.
Oh my God, how funny.
And we're just all, sorry, I know that was a little bit inappropriate, but we were all sitting there laughing so hard about this. Like, we were cutting up for probably like 10 minutes over that comment. But it was funny. But yeah. So if y'all are looking for some fun content, come on over to Coffee Talk with Taylor, because we do Coffee Talk lives on Wednesday and you never know what we're going to get into. Anyway, just wanted to plug. Felt like I wanted to plug.
There you go.
Michael S said, "Oh my gosh, that sounds like Final Destination, the umbrella thing."
Right? It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It was so sad. Like, and
yeah,
I think it was an older lady out there or something, and her family was out there with her too. So I mean, it was just like, so yeah. After that, I was like, I looked at the kind of dinky little umbrella I had, and I was like, I'm not taking that thing out there again, like. But usually, like I said, I normally don't take it and put it out on the beach. But
right.
I do have it in my car. All right, so a couple more things to round up our list is you want to make sure you have some snacks out there, have some food.
Yes.
And get you a nice cooler. I know a lot of people have those Yeti coolers, but I actually ordered this one. I wish I kind of ordered a bigger one, but it's one that it's kind of got the soft outside, but it's got a hard inside shell.
Sam's Club has nice ones too, from what I've heard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
And this one is like really good. Like, it keeps your beverage of choice like really cold. Now I always put a little ice in the bottom of it, but then I usually put the ice packs on top of it. And I'll tell you my favorite snack to take it on the beach. And this is one that's easy. You just got to go get it like the day before or whatever, because I always go and kind of grab them the day before. But the Chick-fil-A little nuggets.
Oh, they're
the chicken nuggets. Get you like, I think they have a 32 count or something. They have a big box of them, and get you a variety of sauces. And then they're good cold. Like, they are completely good cold.
I agree.
And you could even take some rolls or something so you can have like a little, mini sandwich with them. And I always take grapes and stuff like that, easy things, stuff that's easy to snack on, and some chips and all that. But make sure you have stuff to
Or
keep.
Jimmy John. Is it Jimmy John?
Oh,
No,
that's
Jersey
right, Jersey
Mike's.
Mike's, and that's
Yeah.
another thing we do
Yeah.
is we'll go by and get the subs and kind of just stick them in the cooler and get on the beach and get settled or whatever, and then eat the subs, and those are good to have too.
You just gotta watch getting sand on your sub.
Right? Yeah, exactly. You don't want that big greedy sub.
Yes.
But yeah, so take your snacks, your cooler, and your water. Make sure you stay hydrated, and obviously you're gonna have your chair, your beach chair. Now,
Yes.
some people prefer like those sit-up chairs or whatever, and then I always have to have my lounger. I just like to be laid out, so I need to kind of get a new one now because mine's about shot. And then last of all, get you one of those nice wagons to haul that crap, because I'm telling you what, my aunt got me that before I moved down here, and that is, I will say it, the shit, to be able to haul, like, you can put all that stuff I just read on there and more, like, because I come over prepared for the beach.
She does.
KK knows. So, because
It's
I want to be
wonderful,
prepared.
though.
Like, if somebody's going to need something and they start screaming for something,
I'm
more likely to have
She
it.
has like 1,000 bottles of water in there.
Yeah, I have like all kind of stuff.
She has like trash bags.
I have trash bags. I have utensils,
hand wipes.
I have cups. I have napkins, paper towels. I have vinegar in case people get stung by jellyfish.
I heard you can also pee on your leg, and that helps too.
Yeah, supposedly so.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd want to do that or have that done to me.
Either.
But I have the vinegar, so I'm
Yeah.
prepared. Yeah, and just backup of pretty much anything you need. Always plenty of sunscreen and stuff like that, and just I come prepared. So, but the wagon has been like the best thing because, like I said, you can haul a couple chairs in there, and I've seen different versions of one. Mine is one that like easy pops out, like literally you pull it out the trunk and it kind of pops out, and then it has a little hard fold out little pad thing that you put down on the bottom of it, and bam, you're golden. It's funny, as a matter of fact, when my friend came down and everything, and we would wheel up to the trunk and pop it open, and it's like bam and bam within like 3 or 4 minutes. It's like everything's in there and the trunk shut, and we're, she goes,
right.
That's fast. I was like, heck yeah, girl. That's down to a science.
Right.
All right. So, but that was my wrap up of your little beach must-haves.
All right. Do you want to go into your top sunscreens, and then I'll?
Yeah, because this is kind of
that's relative.
Yeah, this falls in it because I know a lot of people sometimes are like, "What's the best?" Because now, if you look at it, well, I always say this in the sense of just about every single thing is how much it's expanded, like how many more brands and of things that are out there. And I'm not talking about just like sunscreen, but that in the sense of now, like you go in there and you're like, okay, there used to be like 5 or 6 brands. Now there's like all these brands of sunscreen. But even if you go to the grocery store, you used to think about cereal. Okay, there's like this many varieties
and there's a million different varieties of Cinnamon Toast Crunch now.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Then those brands extend out and make more different flavors of their brands. Like the Honey Nut Cheerios. I don't know how many flavors of those are out there now, but it's a lot.
Cheerios has a lot of different
flavors. It's like crazy. So it was kind of weird because when I found these, I was like, I really don't recognize most of any of these. There's one literally on this list of 8 that I kind of recognize because I actually use it. All right. So number 1 is Bare Republic Mineral Sunscreen. Number 2 is, well, I do recognize Banana Boat brand, but this is a Banana Boat Lightest Air sunscreen. Number 3, which is this brand I hadn't heard of, Ghost Democracy Invisible Lightweight Daily Face. So that's just kind of more, and a couple of these do say more like just strictly, I guess, face. Number 4 is Black Girl Sunscreen Lotion. And that one has like an SPF of 30. The Ghost one was a 33 SPF. The other 2 didn't have it listed. Number 5 is the Alvino Protect and Hydrate Lotion, which that's what I use. I use an Alvino version of, it's just strictly face, and it's a 30. And I'm telling you what, I stick to that every year. I used to, it's like, oh, try this. And I would try a different brand and it just didn't compare. So that's one I do not like stray off of now, is that Alvino. Number 6 was a La Roche Melt and Milk Body Face
I've heard of that. Is that like La Roche Posay or something?
Right, yeah. And it
I've
has
heard of
like an
that.
SPF of like 100, which again we were saying earlier, I think it reaches past a certain point where it's it doesn't matter how much more SPF you put in there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Number 7 was Ehud, or I can't even read my writing. Something another. Eamed UV clear financial facial. So that again, just like another one for the face for 46 SPF. And then number 8, which I've heard of this brand too, is the Blue Lizard Australian
I haven't heard of that one.
sunscreen for sensitive skin. And this got like an SPF of 30. So yeah, there's you some sunscreens. If you
Okay,
needed
so
to
we
know.
had some more chit chat going on. I like Sunbum is what Michael S said.
Oh
I've heard
yeah,
of that
that's
one.
a really good brand. Yeah.
And then Dawn's here. Hey Dawn.
Hey Don.
She said she's jumping around this evening. Hey, that's fine. We're glad you stopped in. She said, "Can you put a link in the description or chat for that? Are you referring to the sunscreen? If so, I can message you like on Facebook. I'll get the list from CC and message you it." And they're chit-chatting. Oh, so Dawn is having surgery on her hand Monday. So let's keep her in our prayers and well wishes that everything goes okay. Yeah, so I think that's about it. Oh yeah, yeah, Dawn. Yeah, I'm gonna send Dawn that list because she wanted it.
Okay.
All right. So what I have done also is I just found like a list, which I just picked like 10 of them, like the first 10, like the top 10 list of inexpensive getaways. Cause we're in a time where
Right, for sure.
everything is expensive. Gas is expensive. Rent is going up. Property taxes are going up.
Yeah.
What else? Food
is
going up.
Yeah, we had an episode not too long ago about that shit.
So it's just like, people aren't able to, like do fun things like they used to.
Right.
Because, we're having to, put all of our extra money into necessities because necessities are expensive now due to inflation. So
my dad, which is funny, he this is his saying that he told me, especially when I moved and everything. He's like, Cece, you need to think about your wants and your needs. Or, basically your needs and your wants.
Yes.
Know? And it was so funny because I had this show on today and it was one of those like home remodel shows. But the contractor, because the people were wanting all this stuff done, and it was kind of, when he came up to their budget amount, it was obviously
is that
like
the one we were just
grand.
Watching?
No, I think this was a different.
Okay.
It was like 20 grand over what their budget was. And he that contractor said the exact same thing. He goes, you need to sit down and you kind of need to think about your wants and your needs. And I was like, that's Dad. He says that. But yeah, in the sense of you're right, Tay, it sucks where it's crazy.
But you got to unwind and you got to get away.
You got to get a break.
Yeah.
Got to get away.
So, Tay has come to the rescue.
There
I'm going to give you your top 10 inexpensive getaways.
Yay.
All right. Lassen Volcanic National Park in California. California draws thousands of tourists each year to its most widely known national parks, like Yosemite and Joshua Tree. They are fabulous, but the state is also home to Lassen Volcanic National Park. Located in the Cascade Mountains, Lassen has everything that visitors could need within the park, including lodging, junior ranger programs, and dining options.
Oh, nice.
Most visitors camp or stay at cabins or the guest ranch located within the park, but neighboring towns have a slew of motel and chain hotels that are incredibly affordable. According to Priceline, the average hotel room near Lassen costs around $116.
Wow.
Which that's not bad.
That's very good.
I mean, I knew that I went to Charleston for just like a little day trip one time, and I got a hotel and it was like $200 some dollars for just like that one night. So I would say 116 is good. There are also some Kishki. How do you pronounce that word?
I can't remember my glasses.
Kitschusky. I don't.
We'll say that.
I think, yeah. There are also some different properties like the River Inn, which evokes Schitt's Creek's vibes for around $80 a night.
Oh, nice.
So that would be nice. Oh, so whenever I saw this next one, I was just like 100% totally. So if any of y'all know anything about me, I can share this information. I was born and raised in Pennsylvania. I'm a Pennsylvania girl. So number 2, shout out to Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania is the number 2 on inexpensive getaways.
Nice.
Which it's very pretty. Like they have like gates and like rivers. It's gorgeous. South Side is really nice to walk down. They have like a lot of different like neat little bars and stuff. They used to have a bar that was made out of an old church called the Altar Bar.
Nice.
And that thing was like so cool. I used to love going there to like see bands play and stuff. Anyway, I had to get off into my little tangent.
There you go. Well, hey, you've been there, you know.
So an example of Rust Belt revival, the Steel City has worked hard to shed its smoggy skies and expose its award-winning skyline. With more than 400 bridges and steeper streets than San Francisco, the city often surprises first-time tourists with how vast it is and how much there is to do. Pittsburgh is home to Mr. Rogers' legacy. I don't know if anybody knew that.
Wow.
But Mr. Rogers is from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Actually, I think he's like from a town within Pittsburgh, but you know, essentially Pittsburgh. And it's still the filming location for Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, which is a cartoon spinoff of Mr. Rogers, for those that don't know. Stop by the Children's Museum of Pittsburgh to pose by Rogers' iconic shoes and explore 4 floors of hands-on activities. Shoot, I'm 32 years old and I want to go see that. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
Mr. Rogers used to be my homeboy. I used to love me some Mr. Rogers. There are also Carnegie Museums, a Smithsonian location, and the National Aviary to explore. An influx of tech and medical sector workers has kicked the local food scene up a notch too, which they have, what's it called? Primanti Brothers, that's what it's called, because they have one in my hometown also now.
Yeah.
But Primanti Brothers, they have like all these different sandwiches and they put French fries on their sandwiches.
Nice.
And I know that it sounds kind of weird to those people that have never tried it, but trust me, it's a game changer.
Yeah.
So while in town, every tourist must ride the Duquesne Incline to the top of Mount Washington to absorb the stellar skyline. An average domestic plane ticket to Pittsburgh costs around $280, which you could probably get it cheaper, honestly. Like, I know Spirit has its moments where you can get cheap flights. So
yeah.
You could probably get that flight for cheaper.
Oh, yeah. And that's the thing, too, probably is sign up for special deals that you can be notified of with some of the airlines.
And also what I've learned, if you actually go to, like, the physical airport and go up to like the ticket stand, you might be able to get like cheaper tickets than buying them online.
Right.
So that's something to definitely think about, you know.
Yeah, if you need to travel on a whim.
Yeah, and if you have a credit card that you can rack up hotel points.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely do that.
Yeah.
So Badlands, South Dakota is number 3 on the list. Most Americans have seen a photo of Mount Rushmore, but more than half have never been there. While stopping by the mountain carving is a cool photo op, the Badlands of South Dakota have so many other attractions to visit in addition. It's also ultra affordable. The average hotel price is, drumroll, under $100.
Nice.
The Crazy Horse Memorial is an impressive rock carving, still uncompleted, honoring the Lakota lender who fought back against colonization. Badlands National Park is one of the richest fossil beds in the world.
Oh, wow.
Making it particularly enticing for dinosaur lovers.
Oh.
Every visitor to the Badlands is also required to stop by Wall Drug, the rambling curiosity shop that attracts millions of visitors every year. That sounds kind of interesting.
Right.
All right, let's see what the chat's saying. The chat's blowing up here. Okay. Michael's asking about aloe vera. No, aloe vera just helps with the burn afterwards.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Let's see what else. Michael S says that Schitt's Creek Motel was awful though. LOL. You know, I tried to get into that TV show and I couldn't get into it. I must be one of those like unpopular opinions because I couldn't get into it. Michael S says South Dakota is so pretty and it was really cheap. So he knows from personal experience. And Michael S says the governor of South Dakota is gorgeous also. Haha. That's good to know too. Amen to know that. Number 4 on my list is the New River Gorge National Park and Preserve in West Virginia. Of America's 63 national parks, New River Gorge is the most recent. The park is centered around the dramatic path of the New River, which is ironically one of the oldest rivers on the planet. Geared toward adventure, there are more than 1,600 climbing routes, world-class whitewater rafting, that's a mouthful, and amazing fishing. There's plenty of camping within the parks and hotels, averaging $100 per night in nearby Beckley. Ace Adventure Resorts has everything from luxe cabins to rustic campsites, as well as whitewater tours where kids raft free with an adult ticket. Locals love Tudor's Biscuit World, a regional chain based in West Virginia, for a hearty breakfast before outdoor adventures. Let me just say, I love me some sausage gravy and biscuits, and I love me a good old biscuit like breakfast sandwich. So that's right up my alley. Let's see if anybody. Oh, okay. I was seeing if there was any interesting chat going on. Number 5 is Door County, Wisconsin. A popular getaway for locals, the waterfront fun of Door County is actually a great budget option for travelers from any region. Lodging in Door County ranges from chain hotels and Airbnbs to condo communities with amenities such as the Landmark Resort, with rooms starting at $150, which that's not even that bad.
Right, yeah.
From sand sculpture contests to kayak and stand-up paddling board rentals, there are a ton of low-key, affordable, and free activities in Door County. While water sports are one of the biggest draws, it is also a great wintertime getaway for ice fishing and cross-country skiing. It's also a great spot to curl up with a good book in front of a fire. That sounds cozy.
That sounds good, but I don't think about the cross-country skiing. And
I know.
Yeah, I'm not about that. That's not me.
Yeah, that doesn't
That's
really.
not me.
Yeah, I agree. Dawn said that she just made homemade biscuits because I had mentioned
yummy.
biscuits. Yeah, that does sound good, actually. Number 6 is Panama City, Panama. Who says you can't go international on a budget?
There you go.
Travelers who frequent Mexico's resort town should try Panama City, a wallet-friendly option with so much to do. While flights from the U.S. can be a bit expensive, Priceline cites an average cost of $650. The affordability of lodging and dining makes up for it. Let me try to pronounce this, at Rion Aeropuerto Hotel and Casino, which has a pool with a swim-up bar.
Nice.
That sounds real nice. Outdoor games and around-the-clock airport shuttle. A standard hotel room is around $100. Hyatt's Hotel La Compagnia, maybe, located in a former Jesuit convent in the historical cultural district, offers a luxury stay for around $350 per night, half what a comparable room would be in Cancun, which $350 is kind of a bit expensive for me.
Right, that's a little steep.
So, along the Amador Causeway, which has a bit of the Key West vibe, guests can explore museums, check out a sloth preserve, bike or grab dinner at a local favorite, Fish Lovers Ceviche and Bar. Okay, that kind of sounds interesting.
Right.
Number 7, Quebec City, Canada. So let's see. Tourists regularly flock to Canada's 2 largest cities, Toronto and Montreal, when it's time to head up north. But travelers shouldn't miss the 3rd largest metropolis, Viex, Quebec, or Old Quebec City. The destination is a UNESCO World Heritage Site lined with cobblestone streets and 400-year-old buildings. Don't worry about not speaking the language. Quebecois kids begin learning English in first grade, and residents are happy to assist tourists. With an average hotel price of $200 per night, Quebec City is often described by visitors as having a European feel due to the architecture and a French language, but a fraction of the cost of an overseas trip. So that's an idea for you too.
Yeah.
Number 8, Titusville, Florida. Never heard of it. Here we go.
Right. Me neither.
Florida has developed quite a reputation for affordable oceanfront vacations, but the post-pandemic travel boom has left many top spots like Daytona and Tampa short on hotel rooms. Titusville, located near Cape Canaveral on the Space Coast, offers everything more populous beach towns do at a more affordable price. The flight to Titusville costs around $250, and hotels average just $150. The Kennedy Space Center provides a full day of space flight simulations, tours, and interactive experiences for kids and adults. While rocket launches are visible from many spots in and around Titusville, Marriott has a new hotel with rooftop launch viewing.
Oh, nice.
There's also a robust ecotourism industry in the region. The Marine Discovery Channel offers boat tours, exploration, and even an occasional manatee sighting.
Fun.
Let's see what Dawn said. Dawn said, my other half's parents did a trip to Quebec City. It's true. It's got a European feel, and the pics were beautiful. Okay, cool. 9 is Washington, D.C., which I feel like I don't even need to read why that's an ideal spot, because it's very historic. But I'm trying to see if there's anything that I haven't done. But they have a lot of fast food trucks and food halls, so you know you don't even need to rent a car because they have a metro system. So that's going to be pretty cheap too. 10, Gatlinburg, Tennessee. A survey by CampSpot for their 2023 Outdoor Almanac rated Great Smoky Mountains National Park as one of the top 5 national parks Americans hope to visit in 2023. Gatlinburg, considered the gateway to Smokies, is the perfect home base for travelers who want to explore the area. There are family-friendly campgrounds packed with amenities like the Jellystone Pigeon Forge, motels and cottages like Carr's Cottages, with family suites starting under $150, and plentiful chain hotels. From Ripley's Museum to mountain coasters and even their own Space Needle. Let's see. It's impossible to get bored in Gatlinburg. So there you go. Which I've always wanted to go to Tennessee because, I don't know, I think there's a lot of neat history behind it. I've always wanted to go to Nashville too, just because I'm a big old music fan. So Nashville is something that I would like to visit. It's on my bucket list.
I took my grandmother to Tennessee. I don't remember what part it was, but I remember it was being in Tennessee to a family reunion one time.
Yeah.
And it was really pretty.
Right. So yeah, I think that's about all I have on some inexpensive getaway ideas. So that's kind of some different things to consider.
There you go.
So,
well, hopefully we gave you some good tips tonight.
I know some good tips, some good ideas, some good inexpensive getaways.
Yeah.
I hope we kind of, covered a lot of different summer type stuff.
Your beach necessities and things like that.
Maybe you could take some of those drinks on the beach.
Oh yeah, for sure. I know, right? I did do that one time when we had a friend of ours here for her birthday. She turned 60. Yeah. And I made a batch of it and we put it in like a gallon jug.
Yeah. There you go.
And took it out on the boat with us and drank off of it, But it is good. It's very refreshing.
Yes.
It's not something that you drink one of and go, oh, it's kind of too sweet. I mean, it's very
it's very light, smooth.
Yeah. And refreshing. So yeah, make your cocktails.
Yes. Or mocktails if you're not into drinking.
Right. There you go.
Make your mocktails.
There you go.
But yeah, I think that's about all that we have for y'all. Oh yeah. Dawn said sangria. Yes, we did talk about sangria.
Yeah,
actually.
sangria, and you could do red or a white sangria, and pretty much just mirror what you put in it. As far as like the fruit and stuff. And I do believe that peach puree stuff made a difference.
Yeah.
I use that now in other mixed drinks, like when I mix the
Oh yeah,
blueberry
that's good
vodka with a
stuff.
pineapple juice or something. Put a shot of that in there too. Yeah, it's really good. So,
But Dawn, you're gonna want to catch probably the first half because I know that you came in late. But if you catch the first half of the replay, like we talk about a lot of different like summer drinks. I go over like some alcoholic one and some alcoholic ones and non-alcoholic ones, just because I know that we do have some people that aren't really into drinking. So I kind of wanted to just give some ideas for both. But fruit salad sangria. Yeah, I know a lot of people do put like all different types of fruit in their sangria.
So, do y'all remember like the drink when we were young, and they called it PJ, and it was like it was like purple Jesus or something, but it was
I don't know. We had jungle
PJ,
juice,
and you just like mix that stuff up. You would take like a trash can, not one you'd used, but a big trash can. And we would always even just line it with a bag anyway, in a big trash bag. And you mix that. So you just dump all the stuff in there, like whatever people had, any kind of liquor, whatever. I mean, it's just like dump, 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 dump. And yeah, it would be PJ. Oh my gosh, you get ripped off that stuff very quickly.
Oh yeah, Annie J said good live, Tay Tay and Cece. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun. So I think we're good. I think that's about all we have for y'all, which we have been on for an hour. I'm kind of
wow.
That's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
But we have been on for an hour, so I think we're probably gonna wrap this up now. I mean, I don't really have much more to say. Do you have anything else you would like to add? Okay. So yeah, do you just want to do this on Friday?
Yeah, we're good with the Fridays.
So
yeah, because I'm gonna be next Friday. We'll do it, and then the following Friday, Tay will have to be on her own because I'm gonna be out of town.
I might come up with something interesting.
Yeah, so you can kind of take it on your own that Friday if you want.
Okay. Yeah, I'll cook something up. I'm sure I'll have something to talk about.
You should get your mom to come over and do it.
I should. That would be interesting.
You could do like you could do conversations with mom, and y'all can just talk about stuff.
Oh my god!
I mean, that would be fun.
That would be fun. I'll have
Don't
to
y'all
see
agree? I think she should do that with her mom.
Yeah,
because her mom listens to our podcast. So I think she's all in favor of saying Tay should do.
Put a 1 in the chat.
Put a 1 for 2 weeks out, because like I said, next Friday we'll have our regular one, but then I'll be gone the following Friday. So I think Tay and her mom should do it.
Yes, I think that would be funny.
I think she would enjoy it. I think
she might have some good input. She's been on the planet for a while.
Right, yeah. Hey, it's always good to get knowledge from your mom. As a matter of fact, there was one thing I was gonna kind of go over, but I just want to give you this one because I actually had
Michael said I should do the birds and the bees with my mom. That might be
that would be kind of
that'd be very kind of entertaining. Yeah.
Yeah. Is some summer reads, like books and stuff. But there was this one, and now of course it's not gonna pull it up. Where did it go? And it's an actress, and now it's gone completely blank. I do not see it. All right, anyway, well, I won't go into that because I didn't kind of have all that ready anyway. So maybe I'll give you that list next Friday.
What was it?
It was like summer reads, like beach reads and stuff, So I can kind of have that next week too. So.
And Dawn also said important keys to healthy mother-daughter relationship.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, she would so be in for that. So
it would probably be one of the more serious podcasts.
Right, yeah.
I know that we're always up here cutting up.
But I think it would be good.
Yeah.
I totally agree with that. Yay. Okay, you came up with the topic.
All right. Yeah.
Tell her she's in. She'll have to do it. I'm sure she will. So that'll be good.
She's probably going to be hearing the replay of this one, so I can get her input.
She'll be like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. That sounds good. Yes.
All right, you guys.
All right. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and email us and chat with us. And we have so much fun with y'all.
Oh yeah, yeah. So.
But yeah, so I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll see you guys next Friday.
All righty. Peace
All
out.
right, peace out.
Bye.
Bye.